Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Elongate, the social impact movement powered by crypto. We're here with another update from the tech team. It's been a couple weeks since the last one. We've got Hassan and Nick. Welcome, both of you.
Hello, Alex.
So I want to just touch base with you guys, with everybody watching, of course, and kind of find out what has been your biggest focus and where have your efforts been the past month?
You want to start, Hassan?
Yes, I can go first. So probably start off by saying that the presence of Elongate at the conference yesterday was quite well received. We were able to make some very good contacts, and hopefully they will turn into future partnerships. So it was also very nice to see Brian and our colleagues from the EGA there as well. But this event was not really crypto focused. There were actually three parts to it. There was the blockchain expo. There was another separate section for speeches and things focusing on AI, and a third one which was focusing on cybersecurity. So the audience was quite mixed. It was not really crypto focused, but there were some organizations who were trying to show what they're doing on the blockchain. So we were able to make some quite good contacts, walk away with a few visiting cards, and already reached out to a few people, and that's turning out to be a very fruitful partnership already. So we will release some details on that very soon. But the two things that I have been focusing on is, one is that we can announce to our community of building a custom staking solution. And that's going to be a white label staking smart contract deployed on our website. And as you know, when you hold tokens on the chain, in MetaMask or Trust Wallet, you get reflections. And using our token tracker, you can see how many tokens you have received since our project started. So based on that figure from the end of March to date, we can see how much percentage your holdings have increased. And then from that, we can calculate what the yearly return would be if the volume stays the same or has been around the same figure going forward as well. So if we build a custom staking solution, so you take your tokens out of PancakeSwap or on-chain and you put them into a smart contract, you will actually take them out of the circulating supply and lock it in a smart contract. And based on how long you lock them for, you will get a very good returns. And that only makes sense if the returns you get are more than what you were getting on PancakeSwap or being on-chain. So that's something we are doing in the background, trying to work out the percentage, to make sure that the return is better than what PancakeSwap has been giving you in terms of reflections, or not PancakeSwap, being on chain has been giving you in terms of reflections. And I think, Alex, you can show a sneak peek as to what that looks like.
Absolutely. Let me share that right here.
So while that loads, so this is just something which is a wireframe, and we will do our actual implementation based on it. So on our website, you'll be able to see this staking pool. There'll be a size displayed as to how big that pool is. So for this one, this pool is 500 billion Elongate worth of tokens. The number of days will be shown on top. It will show you the annual percentage yield, the APY, as to how much you will get if you lock your tokens for 180 days. There would be an option to take your tokens out early before that maturity date, but obviously the returns you'll get will be much less than that. And that will all be explained in the smart contract. And then there can also be a minimum requirement as to how much people need to have to take part in this pool. But this is not going to be the only pool. There will be other pools like that. And that will really add another utility for Elongate holders, that obviously being on chain gives you reflections, but they are tied to the volume. So if the volume is low, you get less reflections. But if you do take part in this staking pool, you get guaranteed returns, given that you have locked your tokens for the full, for the minimum days required over here. So that's something quite exciting we are working on, and that should be landing very soon.
That's a pretty sizable API, so I'm excited about that for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And the second thing I have been focusing on is the ability to buy Elongate directly using credit cards and debit cards, so allowing Visa and MasterCard integration. So a dedicated space on our website where people can just put in their credit card details and buy Elongate directly on our website. So there's no need to buy BNB. There's no need to swap it over, and that will also be beneficial to our investors in the US who have issues and limitations to buy BNB in USA. So if we do allow the Visa and MasterCard integration, they can just connect to our website and buy Elongate directly. And the price feed would definitely come either from a DEX or a central exchange. So the price you'll pay will be very close to what's available in the market currently. So that's another exciting feature we want to add on our website.
Hassan, we have a question here from Elrond. First, he has a comment saying, very nice way to circumvent low volume earnings during a bear market. Follows up with, will you still earn reflections while you lock your EG?
Yes, so the way it works is that, let's say you have 100 billion tokens, right? And you take 50 billion out of MetaMask and Trust Wallet, out of on-chain, and you put them into our staking smart contract. So the 50 billion which are on-chain will get reflection from the volume on PancakeSwap, but the 50 billion which are on our custom smart contract will get reflections, will get interest based on whatever the value is set at that time. So yes, if you don't take all of your tokens out, you will get reflection on both things.
Got it. So what else has been going on?
So yeah, those are the two main things I've been focusing on. There's a lot of other stuff going on, which is not really concrete or to be announced yet. But as you know, we always keep busy and keep working on things. But I'll probably hand over to Nick to talk a bit about what he has been working on.
Yes, so when I joined the team, I think I spoke about this in a few of the Discord spaces, where to actually build the team, build the infrastructure of Elongate, so we can actually build use cases or product faster. So we have done that. We have now the solid foundation, and we are currently working on some very interesting products that we will be soon announcing. Not today. But maybe we decided to maybe give you a quick look at what's going on behind the scene as to basically what do we have structured, what do we have in place. And then, so I think, Alex, you have something that we can share maybe? All right, very good. So this is really the high level. So we had to redact this document a lot. So there's a lot of blank spaces, a lot of dots. So because we have NDAs, and we have also stuff that really we can talk about because it's on the roadmap. But essentially, starting from the center, the bottom, we have the cloud infrastructure. So that allows us to, where we have our servers and load balancers and all the security stuff going on there. Then on top of that, of course, we have the data layer, right? So we have data from the apps that we are, creating, and then also the token itself. So all that has to be, we need to store that in a place that makes sense, secured, so we can actually use it for various use cases. Then right above that, we have the API and microservices layer, which allows us to connect the front end and the back end. This is a very powerful layer that we need for the future use cases and the ones that we are building now. And then right above that, the two layers are essentially talking about those products. So you have products that we can actually, that are super essential for Elongate. So you have the web, the consumer app that we kind of spoke about before, the platform that we are also building, and then the Lightning Exchange that was part of Alex, I forget the letters, the newsletter last week. So that's it. And then some other product that we are working on and preparing for the future with some partners. And then in each of the sides, you have, of course, the technology related to the token. And then you have everything related to marketing and also the community in order to support the community. So there's a lot of things going on in the background. It takes time, right? So let's be honest, it takes time, but we put the solution in place so that allows us to literally iterate faster and not reinvent the wheel every time we need to build a product. So we are proud of that. The team has been working very hard on this, and very soon we will, I think, in next week or the following week, we will start talking about specific products that we will be releasing. So stay tuned for that. Yes, so that's it. Yep, that's it on my end, Alex.
That's very exciting. I kind of want to pivot from what you've been working on to where we're headed. So let's just talk about in the super near term over the next month, right? So in the time between now and the next time we talk to you guys on this platform, where your focus is going to be and where's your effort at?
For me, I think two things would be definitely something I would be looking to put live. So the staking solution would definitely be up and running, and that's something we can turn that around very quickly. So next time we speak on the YouTube live, we can actually demo it or go through it, or I'm sure by that time there'll be a lot of tokens locked in smart contracts already. And the second thing is to really get the ease of buying of Elongate up and running very quickly on the website as well. So having integrations with Visa and MasterCard is a priority for us. There are people out there who still can't buy very easily. There's still a two-step process, and we want to turn it into a one-step process. So hopefully, I really hope that by next time that we do this YouTube live, the ability to buy Elongate using Visa and MasterCard or a credit or debit card would be available on our website.
Yep.
And one more thing that I'm also looking at in the background, and I can share that with the community as well, is that the token burns have been something we have been doing manually, right? And the amount of token burns that we do has decreased. And I have put an explanation on our forums to say why that value is 500 billion tokens and not 5 trillion tokens as some people would want it to be, right? So if you haven't seen it, please go check it out. But I do want to go towards a solution which is more automated, so that removes the dependency on us to do these burns, but make sure that it happens automatically. So one way of doing it is including automatic burns. So that means that making sure that the burn address gets deflections. And what that essentially means is that based on our volume on a daily basis, the burn address or the dead wallet will actually get tokens from every single transaction. So it will just be another holder that gets reflections. And based on the size of that wallet, it will get the most reflections out of anyone. That is a good and a bad thing. Good thing in a way that you're getting burns automatically and that the burns are happening without any dependency on us. And the burn percentage would be quite decent compared to what we're doing right now. And if it isn't, we can always top it up manually. But the bad thing that the community needs to basically come to terms with is that if we do that, that also means the deflections people get will be a bit less. And that's the price you pay to do automatic burns. And there are projects out there who have done that already. And they have enabled automatic burns. That's why they don't do manual burns. But I just wanted to explain the process of what automatic burns are. Automatic burns simply mean that you whitelist that wallet to get reflections, and that happens automatically based on the volume. The more volume, the more you burn automatically. But that does not take away the ability to do manual burns. So if we do allow that functionality, but the burns are not really adequate or they are less than what we want them to be, we can always do manual burns going forward. And the funds that we save by not doing automatic burns, we can use them for our bridges, or we can use them for our custom smart contract staking, or building bridges, or providing liquidity to central exchanges, or anything like that in the future.
Definitely sounds like something to put to the community vote, right?
Absolutely. And that brings us nicely to the community vote that I think Nick can talk about and hopefully show us as well.
Sure. Yeah. So before I even say that, let me maybe talk about answer your question as well, Alex. So next time we discuss, we come here, we talk to the community, would be to, at least for me, at least we will have a major product. We will have an announcement about major product where we are in the development of that project and product. So I think this is something that we need to the community has to look forward, right? And then hopefully we will have the community vote application and also the contact us live, right? So now let me maybe share my screen. Let's see if that works, and display exactly what we have in terms of the community vote. And again, this is the tool is ready. We just have to pretty much launch it. So let me just share my screen if I can do that.
If it doesn't let you, I can share the share the screen as well.
Okay. Okay, well, maybe, yeah, here we go. So you probably can see me right now, but anyway, so it's pretty big right now, but let me see if I can do it this way. So
You'll
this
want
is
to share
the
the
community.
window instead of sharing the screen.
Yeah, right. It's, let me just stop sharing.
You want me to do it? I can just pull it up.
Yeah, go ahead and do it. Yeah.
There we go.
Super.
How's that?
Oh,
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, yeah. So at least this is to show you guys that the tool is live, right? So this is on one of our dev environments, Q environments, and if you scroll down, you will see the actual the pool of if you scroll down just a little bit more. Yep, perfect. And again, the team was having fun with this thing, but essentially those are tiles that allows us to say, okay, here are the tiles. Which one do you want to vote for? So as soon as you click vote, there's a button that allows you to actually connect to MetaMask, and then based on the tokens that you have in your wallet, you can actually vote, right? So this is literally what that is.
This is all just placeholder info for now.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much what that is. Yep. So here we are.
Okay. Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah,
so
you can see here that, obviously they are placeholder texts and images, but you can see the functionality there already. You are able to vote on different initiatives or different governance decisions that we might want to make. And you can connect your wallet and you can actually take part in voting for those initiatives. This is actually just the version 1 of what we want to put out there, just to have something in the community's hands to play around with and, give us some feedback. But this is a very big project and there's lots of releases to come to add more functionality.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Any other notes or any other projects you guys are looking forward to in the next 30 days?
How about the contact us, Nick?
Sure. Contact us, which will allow the team to contact. So we, first of all, the team on the app that allows us to talk to the community is great. On Telegram, so just the team on Telegram is doing great. So they're gonna have now a way to essentially capture more of the feedback from the community, make sure that we have the integration in with our backend. So we have a CRM tool that is actually connected to that. And then they will be able to, to action on those requests and share, the feedback with the community a bit faster, more transparency essentially. So this is something that we should all look forward to. So that's going to be live very soon. We have done a soft launch. We'll have a full release very soon on that.
Amazing. I'm sure that there's lots of questions from the audience they want to ask the tech team, so we'll see if any pop up. And if you see any in the chat, go ahead and call it out. But just talking general updates, I'm super excited for Dubai. Hassan, I'm going to see you there, aren't I?
Say that again, Alex?
I'm going to see you in Dubai, aren't I?
Oh, yes, definitely. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
How's the planning going for your big speech? I did see a sneak peek of your speech in your TikTok, but I'm hoping it's more than that.
Yeah. That was a sneak peek of it, but I think I've revised it since then. I'm going to go for a different approach.
Interesting. Cool.
Let's see. Jordy asks if we're nervous. Let's see. Hassan, are you nervous?
No, not at all.
No, I'm not nervous either. I feel like I should be, but I'm not. I just have no shame. That's probably my problem. Let's see. Any other questions? Questions from the team? I'm seeing lots of thank you and congratulations. Well done for all of the hard work, you guys. Our engineering team is great.
Thank you very much.
Let's see. Here's a question. What blockchains are we considering for the bridge? I know we talked about Ethereum. Any others in mind?
Not for now. So yes, there's obviously Polygon and ADA in the future, but you need to do the proof of concept on one bridge first. You don't want to do too many things at the same time. So you want to bridge to one blockchain, prove the end-to-end solution, make sure it works properly, make sure the community understands it, make sure there's a use case and utility for it before you try to do too many things. So our first target is to do it on Ethereum, and then other blockchains will follow.
Here's a question. Can Bitmart wallet holders of Elongate participate in the PS5 contest? Yes. Once we draw the winner, we will privately contact them and verify their identity, make sure they're old enough, and we'll verify their holdings as well. But yeah, if you hold Bitmart, that's totally fine. Any updates on getting verified, Telegram, Twitter, etc.? It's something that we follow up with nearly every 48 hours. I do a check on that, and every 14 days I send a new petition. They're extremely silent and tight-lipped on the process, but we're just crossing our fingers and we keep trying. So we'll see what happens. We know there's other projects that have gotten verified, not many, but a couple that have even smaller of a social media splash than we do, and maybe they know somebody, but we'll figure it out for sure. It's only a matter of time.
Any update on NFTs? So yes, the update on NFT is that we are in contact with Binance. They are responding very, very slow. And that makes sense because they have such a big backlog. They are prioritizing, huge influencers, celebrities. I'm not sure if you saw recently, the big auctions they've done with the Hermitage Museum. There was an NFT which sold for 150K today. So they have not been around for a very long time, and they are prioritizing bigger projects and bigger companies and institutions first. So projects like us and other crypto projects are taking a backseat for now. But what they have done is not given us the ability to create multiple NFTs. So what they're doing is only allowing a single NFT to be launched. And as you know, our plan is for having different categories of NFTs. Some are going to be like a buy it now type of auction, and others going to be a traditional auction. But we do want to list more than one NFT. We don't want to have just a single one available. There could be an NFT sale which can have up to 25 to 30 or up to 100 of them at a given time, right? So that ability is not something which has been exposed by Binance. So what they are saying is that if you do want to go live, you only go live with a single NFT, which is not going to be enough to meet the needs of the community. So we are in talks with them to enable that functionality, but they just have not enabled that for anyone. So it's again a back and forth, and we are still waiting for them to whitelist us properly.
Thank you, Hassan. Got a question here. We did that poll on Twitter asking the community to give us some insight onto their feelings about tokenomics and exchanges. What was the outcome of that, and are there any next steps that we can talk about?
Okay, so the outcome of that was, I think the majority voted that they can ignore tokenomics support if it is a very big exchange. So the issue that we have for now is that the volume is not enough to meet the needs of a big exchange. So we can get listed, but because of low volume, and you can see it on CoinMarketCap across all of our decentralized and centralized exchanges, that is just not good enough for big exchanges. So one thing is that we get listed and we can't keep up the volume. We can't make artificial volume. We can't do wash trading. That's totally illegal. Some projects are out there doing it. That's not something what we are about. We want to do it properly. We want to be very transparent. And if the volume is low, the volume is low. We don't want to hide that fact, right? So we just don't want to jeopardize ourselves and the project. One, that is totally illegal to do, and secondly, it does not paint a very good picture if you are artificially pumping up the volume just to be on a big exchange. So we don't want to do that. So going on a big exchange is not going to be possible for us right now based on the volume that we have. But if the volume improves, they will happily have us on there, and we would love to be on an exchange. What we can do in the meantime is that go on smaller exchanges, which gives us a chance to increase our volume and also target customers which are not being targeted by our current exchange listing. So we are talking to small to medium-sized exchanges. Some of them can support tokenomics, others can't, but that would be our road forward to target an exchange which is big enough to bring additional volume But even if they can't support tokenomics, that's something we are flexible enough to talk about right now. So it's not going to be like a top 10, 15 exchange listing for now based on our volume being so low, but we can absolutely talk to other exchanges which can bring us more volume.
Are we still planning the Elongate wallet and or Elongate exchange?
So Elongate wallet, no, not at the moment. We can't think of any USP of that compared to what's there out in the market already. So there's obviously a monetizing mechanism, right? So if you have your own wallet, you can list tokens, you can charge swap fees and stuff like that. But there's enough wallets out there, and then there's a very big project trying to launch their own wallet, and you know how complicated that is, and it requires a lot of funds. It requires you to have something unique. Otherwise, people will simply stick with Trust Wallet and MetaMask because they are the market leaders. And unless you can provide a better user experience, or you can improve the security, or there's something else which is special about your wallet, people are not simply going to trust you and transfer all your stuff to your wallet, right? And that's something which is a very big investment, and that's not something I think that we should be spending our money right now. Same goes for a central exchange. It's a massive project. It is going to be something which probably goes into millions of pounds or dollars, because that's how big it is to build it from scratch and really customize it the way you want it to work. It's not going to be a white label solution where the whole exchange, the payment processing, the KYC, the anti-money laundering, all of this stuff is not going to come built in. So you have to build it from scratch. Again, a very big project which requires a lot of dev capability, also requires a lot of funding. And I don't think we should be spending all of our reserves in doing that right now. What we can do is work on a decentralized exchange. So that's going to be something very similar to PancakeSwap, but obviously much better in terms of user experience. But again, it's going to be very similar in terms of how decentralized exchanges work. There will be a liquidity pool. You'll be able to offer staking and farming. You can list the tokens and charge fees to them. You can do things like governance tokens. I know that could be a very good area for us to investigate. It's not as costly as a centralized exchange, but we did mention that in our white paper and also in our newsletter that that's something we are investigating. It's on our roadmap to do that. But as you can see, that Nick and the dev team is busy with a lot of quick wins. There's lots of low hanging fruit that we can basically target first, and these big projects will come later.
Awesome. Thank you guys, both of you. Before we sign off, any final thoughts, or what are the projects or things you're most looking forward to digging into or tackling?
No, I think the one that we will, be announcing in the next couple of weeks, I think is going to be pretty good. So I think just stay tuned for this. If anything, in the next couple of weeks, we will present something to you guys.
We actually had a last question here about the NFTs. I believe that the split in the revenue, Hassan, correct me if I'm wrong, is 80% goes to social impact and 20% goes back to our project development and exchange listings and so on. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, any final thoughts, Hassan?
No, I'm really excited to see the progress happening in the back end, and quite happy that we are able to show these sneak peeks to the community as well. We'll be launching the community vote very soon. The staking smart contract would be out very soon as well, and then hopefully within a month we can also target the ability to buy Elongate directly using fiat on our website. So those are the three next projects that the community should look out for. And going on from there, we'll share more updates in our next YouTube Live.
Amazing. Well, thanks again for your time and for all of your hard work. We'll sign off for now. And if anybody has any questions we didn't get to, you know where to find us. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Take care.